how do we start this project?
Well, I thought it would be really important to kind of talk a little bit about preparation.
Yeah.
Because I think that is a really good thing to do, is to make sure that you're prepared.
Yeah.
You have everything that you need just to be successful. Because if you're not successful, then you're going to hate it, and then then you're not going to want to do it.
Exactly.
So to prepare your fabric, let's talk a little bit about your fabric. This is just a regular cotton, 100% cotton. You can do stitching on linen. You can do you could even do it on Aida cloth if you wanted. There's so many different things. And so depending on what you're doing, most generally it will be on a cotton really tight weave fabric.
This is really cute with the different colors.
It is,
there.
darling. This is a Riley Blake Dainty Daisies is what it is, and it has the multicolored, which is really cute, which I think adds a lot.
Yeah.
And so you'll cut your fabric.
Okay, I noticed you've got my favorite product on the back.
Yes, and I think this is one thing that you really need to absolutely do.
Yeah.
Is you need to put on the back a fusible backing.
Absolutely.
It is like a given.
Yep.
Because not only is it give your fabric some stability, then you can also not see your stitches through. If your material is a little bit
I can't
thin.
say enough good things about that product.
Yes.
I use it for everything, whether it's handwork or machine embroidery.
Yeah, so it's not just for the machine embroidery.
No.
So it's for everything.
Okay.
So I always make sure that I put that on the back of my projects. It just makes it just makes your stitches lay so much nicer on your fabric.
Now, there was a really cool way that they transfer this on here.
Yes.
So tell us about this.
I wanted to tell you a little bit about this.
Yeah.
She has in this pattern, here is her pattern anyway. Let's just look at the pattern really fast. So she gives you the color and gives you all of the instructions, gives you diagrams on how to do each of the stitches.
Nice.
Which is really, really nice.
It is.
And, but she also includes this, it goes this way. It includes this paper. I mean, it's just paper.
Yeah.
But you actually use the iron.
Yeah.
And you iron this on to your fabric.
So it's like a transfer.
Yes, exactly like a transfer. You remember the old transfers that we used to have the blue?
The blue, it was a mess.
It was. So it comes like this, and then what you'll do is once you've prepared your fabric with the fusible backing, you'll actually take this to the iron. And you'll put it on top. Now, you don't want to use steam because the steam doesn't work too well. So it's a dry.
That's important
it's a dry iron.
A dry iron.
So before I put it in the hoop, then I will take it to my ironing board and I lay it down face down onto my fabric. Now, I tried to make sure I centered it the way. So if you really want to be picky, you can fold your fabric in fourths and find the center.
Not you.
No,
not you.
Not me ever. So I put it upside down, and then I took my iron and I started in one corner, in the left hand corner, because then I put my ironing down. I did not iron. I press.
You press. Yep.
I laid it down. I counted to 5.
Okay.
Went to another section, laid down, counted to 5. Then before I went on to the other one, I just kind of lifted up my paper
just to kind of make sure
to see that it had transferred onto my fabric.
Okay.
So then I did the whole thing.
Can you use it more than once?
That is a good. I wanted to see if you could. So
and?
Yes, this is the second. This is the second.
Really?
Pressing.
Wow. Okay.
And
that's impressive.
I bet I could get a third and possibly a fourth. I mean, as long as your eyes.
And if you wanted to do more, you could certainly do it the other way, where you use the light box and you trace it.
Yes.
Okay.
But this was so nice to be able to transfer it.
Yeah.
Just using the iron, which was great. So now it's onto your fabric. I put the hoop in. It comes with the 8-inch hoop. So I centered it in my hoop how I wanted it, and then I just made sure that I cranked this
nice
screw
and tight.
on the tight, because I really do want it nice and taut. So I have on this, now you're going to want a kind of a long piece of floss. You use 3 strands of embroidery floss with the rest of them.
Okay.
But this one you actually actually use all 6 strands.
Okay.
So depending on your project, a lot of patterns will tell you how many to use. So just follow the pattern. But this is you'll notice that it kind of looks like a spoke, like on a wheel, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to start in the center. Hopefully that you can see this, because this is really cool.
Oh yeah.
So I come up in the center, and I'm going to go down to the top of one of the spokes, and it even matches my sweater. This
Yes, it does.
This embroidery
You did that
floss.
on purpose.
Oh, I did. Okay, then I'm going to go back to the center.
Okay.
And it's okay if you go in the same hole. This is going to be covered up anyway. So I suggest that you use the same color floss when you're doing this. You won't see it, but you already have it anyway, so you might as well use the same. Okay, I'm going to go all the way around.
So the first few stitches, you're just stitching directly on the line.
Yep, I'm creating a base, because then we will. You know how difficult this is not to.
Oh, I bet.
When your eyes. I need my magnifying.
Magnifier
light.
for sure. Leanne said that the woven rose is so much fun to do. This looks way fun to make. There are a lot of stitches I've never done. I'm excited to learn some new ones.
Well, and it's fun.
That's great, Leanne.
I said it's really fun too. You could even keep your needle on top of your fabric if you wanted to do, instead of going up and down, if you felt like you wanted to do that. But
I'm just asking, how long should they cut their floss for this stitch? Do you have any thoughts
I
on
just
that?
kind of did it from my nose to, you know how you do
One of those,
One of those, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm sorry I didn't measure that one. So I should have measured.
Just long.
It's just long.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want to really run out.
Okay.
When you're weaving this.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited to see how this
is gonna
comes
be fun.
together.
Yeah. So I am doing my last spoke. All right. So now this next, all you're going to be doing is you're going to be weaving. So when you weave, I'm going to go back into the center. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so all I am doing with this next step is I'm going over, under, over, under.
Yes,
all the way
I can
around.
see that.
So I'm going to go
I can
under.
see how this is going to work.
I'm going to go over.
Oh my
I'm going to go
gosh.
under. Okay, can you kind of see what I'm doing here?
Yes, I love it.
And I'm just going to kind of pull it a little bit, under, over. We're going to be saying over, under, under. Okay.
That's cool.
Then you just continue to build. You continue to build this. You end up with this cute.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that darling?
It really is.
This looks like it's got quite a few layers.
It really is.
So you can keep going and round as much as you need to make a pop.
What do you all think about
Isn't
this?
that the coolest? That was probably one of my favorite stitches. That's what I wanted to show you.
I want to try it.
Isn't it? Here.
Yeah.
Here, you need to try it.
Okay.